It's Gronk Day. And it's an extra special one because he's in studio. That's right. Fee, fi, fo, fums, walks down the hallways here at FanDuel. Everything shakes, and he is here, a four-time Super Bowl champion, in studio. I thought he was walking in just now. The doors are ajar. Things are happening. We have Prop-A-Shot because we do have Vikings at Chargers tomorrow. He and I have a war within a war in the NFL. There's also these teams like Trick or Treat. Which ones are real? Which ones are we vibing with? Which ones aren't we? So we're going to go through those with Gronk and tell you what is real and what is not. We'll get into the Braves. We'll get into the Drake May. I'm sure he'll love to talk about his 0-7 Jets going up against the 3-4 Bengals, who are playoff bound, in my opinion. And we've got underreactions. Plenty of football to get to here on the show. Gronk is in studio on this Gronk Day. We'll do a little Prop-A-Shot. Ham, international games done? What's happening?
We're picking back up the international slate in a couple weeks.
Oh, we're done for now?
Nothing this week. Yeah, we're done for now.
What's going on with your is Gronk in your living room? What's happening? Excuse me?
What
Is Gronk
happened?
in your living room? What's shaking over there?
Oh, I don't know.
Oh.
Things are shaking?
Yeah, interesting. Before we get into, and I think Gronk is backstage somewhere, I'm sure making everyone laugh in the control room, being the darling that he is. We had NBA action. I'm sure we don't have I'd like to at some point show the baby thing. Oh my God. I'm dead. I'm dead over KD, this game. I know they didn't get a win. What a star he is, though. They made the entire night about him. Michael Jordan, that was pretty cool. Fine, whatever. KD's return to OKC didn't end how he wanted to, of course. I'm sure he wants some things back, but he was smiley after the game. He had a little moment with a little baby. OKC loves him, and I do want to say there's like booing going on, and he like addressed it after. It's like, I don't know what's going on. I'm watching, and I'm like, oh, what's the story? It's the perfect thing to embrace the booing. It is take a page out of Roger Goodell's book and embrace it and say, bring it on. I'm part of the gig. You can't affect me. And so it's like this like affectionate, cute thing. Oh my God, look at this.
Yeah, here we go.
We gotta show from the beginning. Yeah. This is the end of it. No. Oh, yes, look at this. Watch this. So he gets handed a... This has to be before the game, right?
Yeah, this is before the game.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
So, look at... So I need to see the whole thing. Look at how calm... Now, then he makes eye contact. Look at that face! Look at that face right there. Dead. You guys sent me that, and I was like, Kevin... I love that so much. He's the best. Maybe we'll get him on the show here again at some point. I know he's doing some, he's obviously focused. He's got some media stuff coming up. I'm excited for all of that. We have so much to get to. No international game. Okay, got it. So we should do a parlay this weekend then.
Yeah, I think that's fair. Couple big games we can look at.
Yeah, if we're not doing a PBT, we should do a parlay. It's Wednesday. It's Gronk Day. Let's get to it. Gronk is here in studio, and I want to get into some things we're underreacting to after we look at the slate. We got Vikings Chargers, as I said. Carson Wentz starting for Minnesota. Short week. Chargers 3.5-point faves in that one. 1-5 Ravens. 6.5-point favorites over the 4-2 Bears. Lamar expected to make his return. No official word there, though. And the Packers 3-point faves over the Steelers. On Sunday Night Football, it is the Aaron Rodgers Bowl. We got a good one Monday night, Commanders and Chiefs. Hopefully the extra days help Jaden get the hammy ready because we need to see him and Mahomes square off. I'm talking to the overlords about putting together a parlay for that one. What do I need to have in there, as Hammy and I just addressed? What kind of legs? What kind of legs do you want as we hit up some underreactions? Guys, hit me up on the old Twitter. You guys can hit me up in the YouTube chat. Week 7 is over, of course. We were looking ahead, as we just did, to Week 8. But let's talk about a couple things that we're underreacting to around the league. Let's start with DeAndre Swift. Yes, I got a lot of hate on the internet after Gibbs did his thing, of course, against the Buccaneers. But I'm going to double down on DeAndre Swift. He's not getting enough credit for what he's meant to the Bears. They have a 4-game win streak, largely due to him over the last month. Really one of the best running backs in the entire league. 6th in total yards over the length of his streak. He's been the driving force for the offense, not just on the ground, but in the passing game for Caleb as well. And he's only been picking up steam as the season has gone on, getting better and better. Trusted, reliable, I think giving Caleb confidence. And he's really been a complete back. Let's take a look at this. And that he's maybe not getting talked about enough for being the first guy for the Bears in the last quarter century to have 200 rush yards, 80 receiving yards, and multiple touchdowns over a 2-game stretch. Not even Matt Forte did that. He joins the A-Train, Anthony Thomas, who did it in 2001, Neil Anderson, who did it in 1990, and Walter Payton, hallowed name, as the only Bears running backs to pull this off in the Super Bowl era. So I think we see him keep it rolling against a banged-up Ravens defense this weekend. Okay, next up, I think we are underreacting to Matthew Stafford having the bet. This is so true, and I'm going to maybe get killed for it, but hear me out. Matthew Stafford's having the best year of his career in front of our eyes right now. Wild to think about after what the dialogue was in the preseason just a few months ago. The mystery surrounding his back injury in training camp. There's some people speculating about whether he was even going to play this year or if we'd see a heavy dose of Jimmy G. And not only has he played, he's been better than ever. If you take a look at this, and we will, third in the league in yards, most TDs averaged per game since the Super Bowl winning 2021 season. The league leading 17 touchdowns to just 2 picks. That's by far the best ratio of his career and just 3 touchdowns away from matching his season total from all of last year. He is putting up career highs in passer rating, in winning percentage right now. The man is balling out. That NFC West going to be an all-out war with the Niners and Seahawks looking as good as they do right now. But man, it is hard not to like these Rams and their chances to go to the Super Bowl. Rams on a bye, Hammy? Right? Yeah. We talked about this yesterday. They're on a bye. It'll be interesting to see. Hammy, who do they have after the bye?
They have, let's see. All right.
No, you're all good. Just curious.
They have the Saints. So.
And then who?
And then.
I always like their schedule, you know?
And then the Niners.
Yeah, I was going to say,
That's
when's
the
that
big
next
one, yeah.
Niners game? Okay, interesting.
Yeah.
So this is like a perfect little bye week for them, too, for his, veteran tweak needs. What's up with Puka?
Yeah, and they're always, it sounds like it's still going to be a little bit of time. Again, great timing for the bye there. But that's the other thing about them getting off to this 5-2 start. They've been traditionally a slow starter, and they really play their best football after the bye. So the fact that they're playing this well even before the bye, I feel like we're about to see another run from them.
And they've been traveling, obviously, like they crush it when they travel. We all know that. But like you need a little rest after that happens. You need to get to bed at 5 p.m. like I have.
Yeah.
Like it really does. It wears on you. And I'm looking at are we underreacting to the Saints' brutal life? Give me the Saints schedule here. They've got the Bucs who are angry. They lost. They got embarrassed under the bright lights against the Lions, and then they have to play the Rams, and then who?
Yeah. Let me see. Here we go.
Okay, Panthers.
So
interesting.
Bucs, Rams, Panthers, yeah.
And then finally they get a rest, and they got to take those dishes. Okay, so this is that. Wait, hold on a second. Saints have a cute little schedule the second half. Time
Yeah,
out.
they're getting all those tough games in early.
I'm all in. Look at that. That is quite a split there. That first half of the season to the second. Wait, Hammy, do you have a little bold prediction cooking for the second half for the Saints?
I don't know
like
about that.
Jets tight. Put that back up. Hold on. What's their record right now? Miserable?
Yeah. They've won one game.
1-6.
Yeah.
Okay, they're going to go on a little run here. Hold the phone.
Yeah, they've been a pain in the butt.
Yeah.
And they gave the Bills a heck of a game. They beat the Giants, obviously. The Patriots, it wasn't easy. Like they've been feisty. So they're going to pick up a couple of wins there. I'm not ready to say a run, but they'll win a couple games in there for sure.
Yeah, it's just not that Bucs game, Week 14. That's going to be a meaningful game that I don't need any tomfoolery about. But Saints, second half, one miracle worker wonders, little darlings. I like that. Okay, last thing I think that we're underreacting to. Let's go and talk about the Bengals. Corner DJ Turner has really emerged as one of the best DBs in the league, and we talk so much smack, this piñata that is this Bengals defense. But you saw the third-year Michigan man come up with that insane interception you're seeing. Sorry, Aaron. This sort of was the spark that brought the Bengals in this comeback win over the Steelers. It wasn't all Flacco and Jamar, okay? It's been this way all year long. DJ has the third lowest passer rating against of any corner in the league this year. He leads the NFL in pass breakups, in next-gen stats, hawk percentage, which, by the way, measures how often a DB makes plays on the ball, 34.2% there. That's the highest rate that we've seen from a starting corner in the 10 seasons that next-gen has been tracking the stat, which is absolutely bananas. So these Bengals, they needed someone other than Trey to step up on this defense. DJ Turner's been that guy. Outside of Flacco, this is what's giving me confidence that the Bengals can make a run here. Hopefully, they get Trey back this week. They've got the Jets. Okay, that's nice. And Tammy, we just talked about this like 20 minutes ago. They have the Jets, and then they have... We literally just talked about this before the show.
We did. Oh, and then the Bears, and then a bye.
Okay, Jets, Bears, bye for the Bengals.
That Bears game is going to put you in a pickle. Yeah.
The only pickle I'm in with the Bengals, I think they're going to the playoffs. The only pickle I'm in, yeah, it is because I said that the Bears were going to win the next. If people are like Trey Hendrick, people are so mad, and this is like the difference of being somebody who grew up a Bengals fan versus somebody who like can take a step back a little bit. I think that's like I can do that. If they lose this is not a conversation anymore because they beat the Steelers. Had they lost, I would be barking up the Trey Hendrickson trade tree all day long on the show this week. If they do lose the next two, you still got to consider trading Trey. That's my stance.
Absolutely.
If you
lose
to
it comes
the Jets,
back into play even if you lose. Yeah.
Then we're drumming that circle because if they can get a first-round pick back, you got to do that.
Yeah.
That's what makes GM's job so tough because obviously you don't want to lose him, but you also didn't marry him. So there's that. Okay, let's get to a break here. Coming up, Gronk's already in studio. He's ready to go. He shows up on time. He doesn't have a team. He's just a dream. He's wearing a FanDuel hat. Like, could FanDuel love Gronk anymore? Absolutely not. He's on the show after this. Hey, Gronkster.
Wow, it's popping in here. It's popping.
I can't get up because
Okay,
What
how
up?
you doing?
Good, how are you?
Yes,
What's
doing well.
shaking? You're on the air a little bit. What are you doing in Los Angeles?
Yeah,
Can you turn this monitor on?
I had, here we go, I'll explain. I had the Fox show on Sunday. We shoot right there at the studio at Fox.
Yes, good to see
That's
you.
all day long. And then Monday I shot 2.5 episodes with Julian, a Dudes on Dudes podcast.
Who's on? Can you give us a hint?
And then,
Who's on?
yes, no, we had no guests this time. It was just Julian and I.
Okay.
Julian
You guys do it
always
at
has a
his
guest
house?
on his one show, Games with Names, but
Do you do it at
with
his
Dudes
house?
with Dudes. Yes, we do it right at the Nut House, it's called, and that's the office.
I've seen
at
it.
his house there.
I haven't been to his house, but I've seen it on social.
And then yesterday, I actually shot a commercial for,
For
those
what?
commercials. I'm the commercial guy out there, and I'm always shooting commercials, but I shot one for Walmart yesterday.
You did?
Yes.
That's
For
exciting.
the Thanksgiving games.
Ooh,
So
we
it
love
works
to
out
see
well.
it. And then you just decide to come in studio. Like,
Yes.
this is why Gronk is so tremendous, because he could have easily just come on the show on a Zoom in his car, like so many people do,
Well-
and you were like, no, I'm coming
Well,
in.
I would have. I would have been on a flight right now, but you can't really zoom in while you're in the air, or else.
You could have just taken the week off,
I would have
Gronk.
done that. But how cool would that be if I'm in the air and I can zoom in and do shows while you're on a
Are
plane?
you telling me that you would take a commercial
That's-
airline? No, right? Are you
Yeah,
flying
I'm
private?
commercial. Yes.
Gronk.
But I like
don't
commercial
believe
airlines
that.
across country
Why
because
don't
you
you
get the
get-
lay down pod, and it's like you get all unlimited.
You're telling me you
food.
fit on the lay down
Yes,
pod?
I actually don't. I
There's
don't
no
fit by
chance.
2 inches.
So what do you do?
2 inches short, so I don't lay down all the way. But that's fine. I get a private pod. That's what I most importantly, care about more.
Is it just a cost analysis for you? It's just not worth it.
It's just not worth it.
It's a lot of money.
I
for
think
private.
I think as well, when you're flying a private plane and a commercial plane, once you're in the air, it's the exact same. It's actually better to be
not
on a
at all the
commercial plane.
exact same.
Unless if you're on like a G6 or something. And then
Got it. You think it's the
and
same.
those are expensive. You got to be
I would
a
argue that it's
billionaire
not
for
the
one of
same.
those bad boys. But once you're in the air, I think it's the same. It's all about the process before and after. Going through the airport, to going through
How come
security.
there's not more pictures
autograph
of
seekers,
you?
all
Yeah,
that.
how come there's not more photos of you at
Because
airports?
I'm
every time
always
you're
going
your-
low key.
There's no
I'm
way
low
you could
key
do that.
everywhere I
I was
go.
talking to Chris Collinsworth last week about like how he's the perfect amount of famous, and he brought you up and Shaq up, and how like we talked about how much it sucks to be you guys.
I would say I'm a little bit more above the perfect amount of famous.
Yeah, you're
There's
too
others
famous.
out there like you
Well, you're
got
too tall.
Exactly. You got like Tom, like that's famous. You can't go anywhere. Like that's a lot. Like, and then you
remember-
got like
Yeah.
who else? Like Michael Jordan, LeBron, all
Don't
those
you think
Taylor
Michael?
Swift.
You don't think
Like,
Michael
they can't
Jordan?
go anywhere. Like
Let's
that's
not do the
tough.
music
That's
video
tough.
right now.
But
I'll
they
throw
make
to
the
it.
big bucks, so they can.
I'm gonna
they
throw to
can,
the music video. We can
slide
just keep
under
talking.
wherever.
Because I just want to keep talking. Thank you. What are you doing?
The old world tight end, the 6'7" freak. You can call me the GOAT. Rob Gronkowski. Touchdown!
Oh my goodness.
Go.
Holy guacamole!
Greatest of all time, yo, they call me GOAT.
hanging out with Rob Gronkowski, who's in studio. Thanks for being here.
Yeah, thanks for having me, Kay. This is great. This is my first time in studio this year.
I know.
It's a pleasure to be
and
here.
It's a crazy NFL. So it looks good. It looks the same.
Looks good in here.
It's almost my first time in studio.
Not as good as my background, though, when I was at my mom's, when I had all those trees and plants in the back.
I thought that was fake.
Yeah, that's
obviously.
how good it looked.
I like my kitchen background, to be honest. I'm here because you're here. We love having you in studio. I love that you're wearing the FanDuel hat. We were just chatting in the break about like how you're a little too famous.
Yeah, just like I think I'm too big. That's what it is. Because even if I go over to Europe and stuff, like people don't know who I am, but they look at me and they stare at me and then they ask, "Oh, what basketball team do you play for?"
Oh, that's what you get?
Yeah, basketball all the time.
Yeah.
And then I always just make up a story. Oh, I was in the D League. I didn't make it all the way to the NBA.
Yeah.
Like, oh, what team though? What team? And they just keep trying to egg me on because they think I play in the NBA.
Julian's the perfect amount of famous.
Yes, Julian is the perfect amount of famous.
Julian is the ideal amount of famous.
And height, too, because he can go anywhere
That's what I'm
and
saying.
just put a hat on.
He just looks like a good-looking guy. You're like, he just looks successful. But if you wanted to look like ratty, he could and like get through the airport untouched. Tom is a tough one for me.
Yes.
He's not. How tall is he? Like 6'3"?
He's about 6'4", 6'5".
He's super tall. But Tom, I remember one time when I lived in Tribeca, I was walking down the street on like a random Tuesday from Whole Foods, and he was on the street. Well, and he's like trying to be incognito. And I was like, Tom, get a grip. Because he just looks, it's not about his height or even his frame.
Yes.
He just kind of looks like an airbrushed GQ model walking.
He really does.
Like he looks like a Mac. And I was like, you can't.
How is he trying to be incognito? Because like when I try to be
incognito.
incognito.
He wasn't strutting. He was trying.
I put the hat down,
He had glasses on,
on,
but he like looked too good. And I was like, Tom, you literally do better. Like you look famous.
I mean, he may never be able to trick you because you know who he is and you're covering him all the time. But like an average person just chilling out on the streets might not know who that is when he's acting incognito.
I feel like I think we just decided that that 5'10" is the perfect tall of being famous. And most actors and actresses are that little.
Yeah, you can literally get around anywhere at any time if you're like 5'10", 6 feet, 6'1". It's super easy. You got to just learn the tricks and the traits to do it. And once you establish that, it's easy to get around.
You mentioned basketball. That's what people think you are when you're in Europe. Did you watch any NBA last night?
No, I did not.
Nothing?
I'm a big NBA guy, but I'm a big NBA guy when it comes to playoffs. I watch NBA every once in a while throughout the regular season, but I basically watch every single game once the playoffs hit, because it's like the NHL as well. I don't really watch the NHL like that, but when playoffs hit, it's game on. Everyone's trying.
But you have like a Florida connection, so like that makes sense. Who's your NBA team? I don't even know.
I grew up in Buffalo, so I really never had an NBA team. I somehow started liking the Heat like when I was a kid, just a little bit, but then
Gronk in Miami, yeah, that makes sense.
Yes, and then I became a Celtics fan as well once I got to New England, and it was easier to get Celtic tickets courtside, and 3 of them in a row to bring some friends as well than it was to get tickets to our own games in the NFL.
Really?
Like, yeah, I don't know why. Everyone says that as well. Like, why is it easier to get courtside tickets that are $2,000 at the Celtics game than a $300 ticket?
I'm going to the Warriors home opener tomorrow.
Yes, that's going to be fun.
I'm excited.
Where's that
I get to be on the court.
That's in Golden State.
Yeah, in wherever Chase something. I'm excited.
Francisco.
Yeah, I get to, and I love. I go to very few NBA games, but the vibe will always be great up there. I think I've been to 1 game up there. Okay, I want you to rate these dunks. You didn't have to see action. They were dunks last night. Okay, 1 to 10, since you're Gronkstone, Rocky Gronkstone. Here's one from I believe Kevin Durant. Let's take a look.
Durant's still dunking out there?
At 37 and young, and he's holding babies. He's so cute. What do you think?
Well, the dunk's not that impressive, but what's impressive about it is that he's going through the lane at full speed.
Oh, okay.
And he's athletic enough to grab it, catch the pass and go right up and slam it. So
nobody's cheering. Nobody gets that.
Athleticism of the dunk about a 8 out of 10 to be able to just be flying through the lane like that, break through the lane and dunk it. The dunk, that's just an average dunk. 2 hands just going up in the air. So 8 out of 10 for the athleticism that led to the dunk.
That is our FanDuel family member, Kevin Durant. How about this? Thunder's Aaron Wiggins over Clint Capella?
All right.
What do you think?
Let's check it out. He's going through the lane. See, now that's a little bit more difficult than what Kevin Durant did because he has to go through the lane now and he has to jump above a guy. So I give that about a 9 out of 10. That's a power slam right there. And every time you go to the hoop, that's how you got to attack the hoop if you want to score. You got to go up with vengeance. And that's how I played the game when I was in high school. Whenever there's a rebound, whenever I went up for a dunk, Rocky Gronkstone went up with vicious vengeance and put that dunk down like no one's ever seen before at the high school level.
We had an NFL dunk. Did you see?
No, I didn't.
I'll let Jimmy.
I did.
JSN,
Yes,
yeah. So it was
JSN.
Monday night. What would you? By the way, this is the best receiver in the National Football League.
Yes, he looks very athletic with that dunk. He's not that tall either. What is he? Perfect
I don't
famous
know.
height?
Good question.
5'10"?
Is he 5'10",
Yeah.
Hammy? Harrison.
He looks like he's about 5'10".
Harrison, say hi to Gronk.
Harrison, where are you at?
He's
you gotta
gotta be
wake up, buddy.
5'11".
Wake up, Harrison.
Yeah, why don't you ever come into work, Hammy?
Yeah.
That's a good question. Yeah, maybe I'll come in there at some point soon. But yeah, Jackson Smith-Njigba is 6 feet tall.
Oh.
See,
So-
Harrison, as a stat guy, you got to be more on point. You got to be more ready to go.
You're right.
Wow.
You got about 5 seconds to answer questions and look up stats when you get the question coming towards you. All right.
So you're
You're
giving
right.
that
I
to.
fell asleep at the wheel a little bit. That's on me.
What are you giving him, Gronk?
All right, I'm going to give him. I mean, that's impressive being 6 feet tall, and I think how tall is a field goal post? I've always wondered that. Is it 10
Hammy,
feet or
you
is
got
it
5
10 feet?
seconds on the
All right,
clock.
come on. Come on.
In the
Hamilton.
meantime, my
How
dad just
tall is a
texted
field
me.
goal post?
My dad just goes, "Fun Gronk day. Love his FanDuel hat."
Hello, Kay's
Chester.
dad. How you doing?
Chester.
Appreciate the support, Chester.
My dad thinks you're like fluent in Polish and like that's all he
not
cares
at
about
all.
now.
I just know the
Don't
word
ruin his dream.
kielbasa.
Don't ruin his dream.
Yeah.
Kielbasa, Dad. See?
Kielbasa.
Harrison, what do you got?
Yeah, so the goalposts are 10 feet high, so same height as an NBA.
All right, so I give that a 10 out of 10. It looked impressive. It looked athletic, and
We
he
need
had
that.
a little windmill behind it too. So for JSN to be able to do that and get up like that, and also willing to take the freaking fine. Oh, that's a fine right there. That's
Really?
a $15,000 fine, I think. Yeah, you get flagged
Harrison?
and fined because you're not allowed to dunk on the goalpost. Why do I know that? Because Jimmy Graham is the
Used
one
to do it, yeah.
that used to do it, and then they put the rule in, implemented the rule because he was dunking too much, and I still don't know why they implemented that rule. Like, what's so bad about dunking on the goalpost?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either.
I just like that he's got this like swag all of a sudden.
Yeah, he looked good
'Cause
doing
he's
it.
kinda quiet.
That's why it's a 10 out of 10, because he looked good doing it.
I love it. Fox NFL Sunday, you looked great. You called
Thank
the
you.
Bucks the best team in the league, and then
I
Monday
sure
night
did.
happened.
Hey, come on. Why you got to bring that up? I knew that was going to get brought up.
Okay,
though.
Baker
But
looked off. The pressure was
vengeance.
crazy. The Lions are great.
Yes, I feel like the live or die motto, it kind of crashed. You know, you can't be winning games every single week in the NFL the way that they've been winning.
Okay.
But also the injuries caught up to them as well. The Lions came out with some vengeance and came out after losing last week, and they played at a very, very high level at home. Also, the Mike Evans injury hurt them big time. If you saw that play that he got injured on, that was a 40-yard bomb down the field. That would have changed the momentum of the game if he never landed on a collarbone and broke it, because then he would have brought that pass in.
True.
And then they would have been in the red zone. They could have possibly scored. It could have been a closer game. So I think injuries finally caught up to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and they're going to need Godwin back. They're going to need Ibuka at full strength, at full speed. I don't think he was coming back from that hammy yet. I think next week or the week after that, he'll be good to go.
Banged up?
Baker didn't.
Those overthrows, did it feel like something was going on, or was it just like he was shaking?
It was just like they were shaking the cobwebs off, and I don't know like why they were shaking the cobwebs off. You know, it's just like it just somehow throughout the whole week they kind of change into a different team. But that's the NFL for you. You just sometimes never know, what
Or
team's
it's
going
just
to come
a
out
great
flat.
team. I mean, that was a team that had no names, not household names, giving him that work. Like the secondary, all that. It was sort of wild.
The Detroit Lions?
Yeah.
Yeah, they played well. They really did. And didn't they have a couple guys out, the Lions, in the secondary? Did they all
everybody.
come back?
No.
Oh, so they're still out.
Yes.
Oh, and they didn't. And
Calvin
they
Shepard,
didn't really
there was a guy
perform
on
like
practice
that.
squad the day before.
Yes. Well, Calvin
There was
Shepard's
a guy in
doing
the
a great
UFL
job.
the year like that.
Great job.
Yeah.
That was a great hire within to put him as the defensive coordinator once Aaron Glenn left. But I think the Bucs were just off. They didn't play their best football.
Yeah.
And that's kind of the story of them last year as well.
I
though.
know, but that's why it's like.
That's why I was a little disappointed to see them go back that way, to go the wrong direction, to go backwards, because last year they competed versus high-quality teams. They beat some high-quality teams,
There's
but then
always this one game.
always just one
So-
or 2 weeks. They
So
just
what
crash.
what is that?
Yeah, it's, I would say, it's just the NFL, just how much is demanded by a team, how much is demanded by an organization, that every once in a while, you kind of just tank, you fall flat, you're tired because of the demand of the NFL. The travel can take it out of you, just the scheduling can take it out of you. And that's why sometimes you just see teams tank every once in a while, but then the week after, boom, they're flying out there. Just like the Detroit Lions.
Yes,
Look at them last week. It was
I
like,
know.
what the heck happened to them? Where were they? And now this week, they're absolutely dominating. So it's all about the most consistent team in the end and who's most healthy.
Bucks get the Saints, which is nice. And then I think I can't keep Harrison. I can't keep track of these schedules. I forget.
No, it's impossible.
Should I be Here's the thing. We're talking about oh, they can't consistently whatever. You can call it a good team. They did do this last year. It's kind of who they are, Gronk, and they still win the division. They still make it to the playoffs. But is there something to be worried about with this team? Yeah, like
the Bucks.
We're not worried at all.
No, I'm not worried at all.
Okay, so look at these. What are the odds, Ham? Can you take me through that? Super Bowl, maybe?
Just a hiccup week. It happens.
Yeah, so they have a bye week after the Saints, which is good timing for them. And then as far as the NFC odds, they are behind the Seahawks right now, plus 1,300. So they are 7th in odds to win the NFC right now after that loss.
And they're plus 3,000 to win the Super Bowl. Can we see the Super Bowl odds? What do you think, Gronk?
I think that's fair right now.
Really?
The Kansas City Chiefs, they're a totally different team than they were at the beginning of the year, especially with Rashee Rice back now. The field has opened up.
Yes.
Yeah, tremendously. The middle of the field's now open. The deep ball's there. They shut out the Las Vegas Raiders as well, which is hard to do because that's a division opponent. I don't care if you're not a good team in the division, but you know each other so well. So usually the games are closer and more competitive. So you got to tip your hat to the Chiefs right now for turning it around from beginning of the year. So I see them at the number one slot, plus 500. That makes sense to me. I mean, Detroit being number 2, though, after, that loss,
what do you think?
2 weeks ago.
Who should be above them?
Oh,
Packers are number 1 in the NFC. I don't know if NFC is a weird place, Gronk.
I'm not really sure about the Packers right now.
Oh, Lions above
I'm
the
just
Packers.
not. They're a little up and down. They haven't won any games where it's very convincing.
So
you're like,
yes, agreed.
At the beginning of the year, the defense was convincing. The first 2
the
you're like, oh my
Lions,
gosh,
let's go.
They're going to win it all.
No.
And then they fell off a little bit, and now their wins aren't convincing at all.
They're not like squashing
No.
teams. So my question is, then pull that back up. Who would you put Lions number? So would you put Eagles above them? Rams.
Ooh.
Rams, honestly.
I would drop the Buffalo Bills down right now. Actually, they're at number 3, losing the last 2. Are they on bye week right now? I don't think they played this week, did they?
They didn't play. They're coming back.
Yeah, they're coming off of a bye.
They've got the Panthers.
I would drop them down a little bit between the 6 to 10 slot. And I really like the Rams, though. The Rams need to be boosted up to I would say top 5 for sure. I put the Eagles up a little bit high, but the underdog that no one would ever thought this year is the Indianapolis Colts.
Love them.
Have they played anyone very solid yet?
Yeah.
Who? I'm talking like a playoff team.
The
Chargers, yeah, but the Chargers are iffy a little bit right now.
So you're going to say they haven't played anybody?
I want to see them play
they've got good ones coming up. Let's see.
Or the Rams right there. They beat the Rams week 4?
They lost to
the Rams. See, and the Rams are a playoff team, a very solid team. So
don't poke holes into
the Broncos are a little up and down right now.
The Broncos isn't impressive to you?
I would say they got the Steelers coming up right there. That's going to be a solid game. That's going to be a solid test for the Colts.
Who do you trust more, the Colts or the Bills?
And then they got Kansas City as well, week 12. So we're going to really see what the Colts are made of.
Who do you trust more, Colts or Bills?
I would say right now I actually trust the Colts more.
Yeah, what's up with the Bills?
Yes,
I never hear you worried about the Bills. You're worried about the Bills.
I know. I'm a little worried about the Bills. Their defense is a little iffy. They've been letting up a lot of points this year. Even versus that first game, versus the Baltimore Ravens, a lot of points. I don't think their defense is doing that great. I don't see them, getting really that much better as well throughout the year. So, yeah, they're iffy, and they need a big play wide receiver. They got a couple guys, but they need a number 1. I see the Chiefs right now, of right now.
Me too.
See, it changes every week. Like last week, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, I was right. They were the best team in the league.
in the Super Bowl representing the AFC, it's the Chiefs.
Now it's going into week 7 we're going into?
8.
Week 8. I would say the Chiefs look like the best team to win it all right now. By far.
100%.
By far. No ands, ifs, or buts. I was talking about how they got smacked in the face and they didn't know how to respond to that at the beginning of the year. I can tell you this right now. They responded to it. They got everyone healthy now. They picked up the slack where they were slacking, areas that they weren't doing so great in.
They're having fun.
They're having fun again. They're doing what they need to do.
Explosive
Patrick Mahomes
AF.
is just taking the Chiefs to a whole nother level. He's a heck of a quarterback.
Kyle, you mentioned the Chiefs win. They blank the Raiders, which is it's hard to do in any divisional game. Raiders fans are going to hate this because they always think I'm trying to get rid of their good players. Max Crosby. Okay, there are reports that the Cowboys have called up his team and the Raiders and said, hey, what does this mean? What does even asking about Max say about this team? When they just, what do you think?
Well, I really like the decision when Max Crosby re-signed with the Las Vegas Raiders this year, because in the NFL you really don't see guys in an organization with so much loyalty to each other. And Max Crosby believed that the Raiders were probably going to take it to another level and have the chance of making it to the playoffs. And now seeing them this year and seeing how competitive they are, it's not as great as probably what Max Crosby thought it was going to be.
You really think he thought this is a team that's going to get me to a Super Bowl?
So I thought it was fair for him to sign with the Raiders. You show the loyalty. He wants to be a Raider for life.
He does.
But this guy needs a chance to be able to win a Super Bowl. NFL fans love Max Crosby. I love watching Max Crosby. He needs to be on a team because he's going towards the end of his career. What is he, 30 years old?
Yeah.
Still playing at a high level, but I don't see the Raiders putting him in position so NFL fans can be like, wow, let's see what he does in the playoffs. Let's see what he does, on the biggest stage in the world. I think going to the Dallas Cowboys now would be a great move for Max Crosby. It would be a great move for Dallas Cowboys. It would be a great move for NFL fans.
But they just let Micah go.
Yes.
So that seems a little silly to me, no?
It is, it is a little silly, but now they're seeing the hole that they have, the gap that they have, because they let Parsons go. So can they fill it with Max Crosby and save? And they would save $12 million.
That's fair.
Yes,
okay, you're all about.
Micah was $48 million.
You got to take the commercial flight with
Crosby,
the pod,
exactly,
and not the private flight.
Yes,
I guess.
And Max Crosby can still make the same impact as Micah, on the Dallas Cowboys.
Gronk, do you know that if I was you, I would never work a day in my life?
Yeah, but okay, just sitting at home and doing nothing can drive you absolutely crazy.
So how about travel?
Travel is actually why I don't work every day in my life, because travel is a little bit too much. I like to travel, but traveling too much is it's.
I think it is incredible that you work.
Yeah, I mean,
truly incredible.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
I want to ask you about this game we've got. Oh, the Broncos.
The
Cowboys,
Broncos.
3.5 underdogs at Broncos. You just said the Broncos are iffy.
They are. Yeah, they're iffy.
I was just saying people might be watching that don't agree with you. So what do you think about the Broncos?
Why they're iffy?
Yeah.
Their offense. That's why. Their defense is great. Their offense just disappears at times. And they once again, they disappeared for 3 quarters, and then boom, they showed up in the fourth quarter. If they can show up like half of what they did in the fourth quarter versus the New York Giants throughout the whole game, then they're going to be a solid football team that's going to be a contender. But once, that offense, proves that they can do that, then we can be talking about them as a top contender and possibly winning the division with the Chiefs in it, but or at least getting a wild card spot.
Cowboys 3.5-point underdogs. Who gets the win on Sunday?
I'm going with the Dallas Cowboys because they're on fire.
They're good.
It's just clicking. I love watching them. Dak, you got to appreciate what he's doing right now. The way that he's throwing the ball. CeeDee Lamb is back. You just see how big of an impact that he makes. And George Pickens is there as well. And
Steelers miss him.
The Steelers miss him, but at the same time, I don't think he was the right fit for the Steelers. You just got to find the right fit for you.
How was he not the right fit for the Steelers?
Because it was just,
Aaron Rodgers to George Pickens?
Yeah, but sometimes I agree. That would have been a great combo. I think the Steelers could have used him, but sometimes you just need a change of atmosphere, Kay. A change of organization.
Can we see MVP odds for Gronk?
Yeah, let's check them out.
Gronk needs a water, too, I think.
Let's check them out.
Can we get Gronk a water?
Yeah, I need a water.
I know.
I'm talking
I can tell.
20 minutes straight.
I can tell. I'm sorry.
Worked out this morning. I'm a little dehydrated.
You did?
Yeah.
Who are you? Okay, here's your MVP odds. Is Dak on here? No. Where's Dak? What are Dak's odds, Harrison?
Oh,
we got Drake
right behind Jared Goff at plus 2,200. So he's.
I like that.
How is Dak not in there in the top, 6 right now?
It's right off the. I like that value though. If y'all are having fun at FanDuel Sportsbook, I think Gronk and I are suggesting that you should maybe go in the direction of Dak because he looks incredible.
And this is the first year either where there's no skill player that's kind of tapping themselves into the top, 6 or 8. Slots. Usually, Saquon Barkley was, hey, should he win MVP last year? There's really no skill player going off like that. JSN, possibly, he might be able to get into some MVP.
Drake May, though,
votes, but I'm not sure, but yeah, Drake May, he's playing great ball. But top three?
MVP.
Top three?
What do you think?
Oh, I mean...
Stafford's playing the best ball of his life
yes.
right now.
What did he throw for? 5 touchdowns last week?
Yeah, he's insane right now.
He
Not
is. I
turning the
really
ball
like
over,
what the
no
Rams
Puka.
are doing.
So maybe, yeah, we like Dak. We like the older guys. Okay, let's take a break actually, and let's take a break.
Where's that water?
Yeah, we'll take
I
a
need
break.
that water.
We're out of practice. We don't have in-studio guests. We'll be back after this. Thank you, Kat. We'll be back after this with more Gronk, and we'll do Prop-A-Shot and maybe talk a little Packers-Steelers. You're the best. Thank you for doing that. You're amazing.
That was funny.
I know. Way to call. That's on you, though. I didn't say anything.
Yeah.
You're in trouble, not me.
All eyes are watching.
Always.
I like it.
Always watching. How's Fox? Great. So fun.
It is.
You don't need water at Fox. You talk a couple minutes, you're done.
Exactly.
Here you're doing your your whole thing.
I never talked 20 minutes straight. That was.
I know.
That's good though.
You're
that's
the best.
good practice.
But you always are drinking water when you come on. We should have had it out here.
Yeah,
Sorry.
but
we got it.
Yeah, Fox is fun though. The guys are
know.
great. Oh, it's so fun.
It looks
They're
like
such pros,
a party the entire time.
It is. They're such pros as well. They really are.
Pros,
It's
the whole
just
thing.
an honor to be around them.
What do we want to get into here, Harrison?
We got Prop-A-Shot.
Prop-A-Shot. Do you want to do Tua?
Tua.
Or no? Should we start with Prop-A-Shot out the break?
Who's playing again? Who's playing this Thursday?
Yeah, I think
Vikings.
it's Vikings Chargers. Yeah, so I think we start with Prop-A-Shot.
Okay. Can we do that, Richard? Can you come out of the break with Prop-A-Shot? Yeah, that sounds good.
And I will say, in the Dak conversation, the one issue that Dak's going to have is they're not going to give it to him as well as he's playing. They're not going to give it to him if they don't make the playoffs.
What is it?
Get in.
Set at 1.5? Oh. All right, and then what's the next one? Yeah, for the anytime touchdown. All right.
Let's take a picture.
All right, cool.
Smile.
Yeah, they don't.
Who's that 2K?
Yeah,
just the people watching. Just your fans, your biggest fans. Were you saying Harrison? He's saying that Dak will have trouble being MVP if they don't get in the playoffs. True.
No, that's true. Yeah, they need to get into the playoffs.
And the NFC
It'll be like the Joe Burrow
situation
situation last year.
NFC, is it loaded though? I think all of these teams can't be
There you go
good.
with the negativity again. Yeah.
The NFL is literally all about negativity every single week. It really is. It's literally 3 teams get praise, and then there's 29 teams with negativity.
It's so true.
It's just how it is. It really is. It's wild.
But like, are the Bears a good team? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either. Like, I think they are. I think they're going in the right direction.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
So we're gonna do Prop-A-Shot into this good team, bad team thing, right?
Yeah, let's do it.
We're gonna go from Prop-A-Shot into this like good team, bad team thing. Best swipe. Oh, so we're not doing it? Okay, so we'll do. All right, time for Prop-A-Shot. Let's get into some props.
Prop-A-Shot.
Vikings, Chargers, Gronk in studio. FanDuel Sportsbook powering this, of course. Hamilton.
Wait.
Oh.
Whoa, what happened? Didn't I have 10 last week too? Did I
You
just
did
go
have
0
10
for 3?
last week.
Did I just go 0 for 3, Hamilton?
Do you want to keep flexing like you did? What was that you were doing with the basket?
I'm disappointed in myself.
You should have seen him in the break here, just taking victory laps.
I was.
What happened here?
Yeah, because I'm going to go 3 for 3 this week, baby. It's all about positivity. Hamilton called you
the
out.
NFL is all about positivity.
Once again, positivity.
Pollyanna, Gronk over here.
I'm going 3 for 3.
Hamilton, what happened last week?
Come on, bring
What happened last week?
Yeah, so last week Gronk went with some of the unders for that Steelers-Bengals game. He didn't see the offensive explosion happening from Joe Flacco, so that's what.
I think you're ageist. I think that's what it was.
You went 2 for 3.
Okay,
So you've opened up a 3-point lead here. Hey, Gronk, there's a lot of time left. We're going to get this thing rolling, and it starts tonight. So we're going to start with Kay, though, here again, since she likes to complain about when I start with you.
Listen, you know what I call this? You know what I call this? Vrabel rules. Yep. Vrabel, okay? Start with the lady in the room, okay?
Oh.
Vrabel rules. Did you see that?
Yeah, I saw that.
There we go. I'm Teresa. Go on.
All right, here we go. The line for Justin Herbert's passing yards is 251.5. So, okay, is he going over or under that?
Over. He's the leader in passing right now. He's got a hot girlfriend. Viking secondary has given up. It's at Chargers. She's going to be in the stands. He's going to kiss her before the game. And he's going to do the same thing. It's going to be over. You can't disagree with that.
I can't.
When there's when your girl's in the stands.
Yep, I like this because now it's going to lead into mine. All right,
exactly.
This is why Gronk always had good games because Camille was always on the field while you were playing.
Cheering for me.
Boom.
I just looked over to her, waved, she winked back at me, and kaboom! I went off for a touchdown every single time.
That's the kind of analysis you need. Madison Beer, go ahead.
That's all you need. All right, Gronk, Justin Herbert's line we're sticking with Herbert here. His line for passing touchdowns, 1.5. So you're going over or under that.
Exactly. If Kay says he's going for over 250 yards passing, well, he's going for over 1.5 touchdowns as well then.
That's true.
All right, Kay, Ladd McConkey's line for receiving yards is 55.5. You going over or under that?
I can't. He's the gladiator. I can't do it. He's been on the heater. I feel like he's getting better and better. 15 targets, that's the volume. So this should be easily light work for him over. Look at this positivity when Gronk's in studio.
There we go. All right, Gronk, back to you on the Vikings side. Justin Jefferson's line is 79.5 yards. The Nets. Carson Wentz is getting the start tomorrow night. Do you think he goes over or under that?
Well, this is going to be a very similar game to last Thursday night when the Pittsburgh Steelers faced the Cincinnati Bengals, and hopefully we get games like this every Thursday night. That was one of the best Thursday night football games we've ever witnessed. And Joe Flacco is kind of like Carson Wentz in this situation, so I'm going with Justin Jefferson taking off, and Carson Wentz got to just air it out to him like Joe Flacco did with Jamar Chase last Thursday.
Carson Wentz in primetime.
Yeah.
What do you think?
You want me to get his primetime numbers right now? Or?
I'm just curious. Kind of, I do, yeah. Carson Wentz primetime, and sorry to make you do that.
This is going to take a second.
Well, listen, maybe you should show up to work someday. Now we're making you work on the program today. Sorry, Gronk's here, I'm here.
Come on, Hamilton faster. It's been more than 5 seconds.
Right now.
What do you got? Him in primetime.
Well, almost. Hold on.
Somebody Wally pick him. Cal, chime in at that number back there.
He's 17-8 in primetime. 44 touchdowns to 15 interceptions in his career. So those are pretty good primetime numbers.
That's important because it's a big game, big moment for old Carson Wentz. Okay, what's the next one?
All right, it's your turn, Kay. One anytime touchdown scorer for the Vikings.
Jettis. I'm just gonna go Justin Jefferson. Why isn't he scoring touchdowns? Can someone tell me? Can someone tweet me? Why isn't Justin Jefferson scoring touchdowns? He's got yards. He's getting the volume. Get him in the end zone in prime time. It's necessary.
Because I believe Justin Jefferson. I'll tell you why he's not scoring touchdowns. Because he's one of the best wide receivers in the game.
Okay.
But he's not the greatest red zone threat. There's a difference. You can move the ball down the field, move the chains, get first downs, but it doesn't mean that when it comes in the crunch time in space that there's really not much room. Doesn't mean you're as great as a wide receiver you are in the red zone as you are in the field.
Who's the best red zone threat at wide receiver?
So I mean, a guy like myself, you got to get big, you got to get juicy, you got to box guys out.
You got to get big and juicy.
Justin Jefferson's more of a speedster going down the field with speed and quickness and moving the chains, getting first downs, but he's got to get big in the red zone.
Harrison, is that true that he's not a red zone threat?
I mean, he is, but he's not as
Where do you think the gritty comes from?
Yes.
Him being in the end zone?
Yeah, well, he's going to score touchdowns, but I mean...
I'm sorry. What?
But he does score... He scores more of his from distance. It's tough in those short areas when you're getting all the attention. When you command all the attention that he does. Yeah.
He's what do you mean? Catch it, run 20 yards, get in the end zone, do the dance. Justin, do the dance.
He's great at deep shot touchdowns, deep catches when he runs it in.
Which he will have on Thursday night.
But he's one of the best receivers in the game. I'm just saying he's not the greatest red zone threat when they're in the red zone.
Gronk doesn't believe in you, Justin, and that's why you need to get into the end zone. Okay, are we done?
Prove me right.
No, we got...
Prove me right.
Gronk's got one more.
Gronk, who's getting big and juicy and scoring a touchdown for the Chargers?
Oh, I'm going with Ladd McConkey, baby.
That's a good one.
And he's going to score a touchdown on a deep pass. It's going to be like 40, 60 yards.
Big and juicy, I don't really think Ladd McConkey.
Yeah, but it's going to be a big and juicy run. run and catch. Big and juicy slant route right over the middle. Boom. Right by the linebacker. Justin Herbert's going to throw it. Boom. He's going to take off, burn the safety. Lad McConkey, touchdown, baby. I'm going 3 for 3. You're going, well, hopefully 0 for 3.
0 for 3. We'll see. I don't know. We had a little crossover here. This will be a good game, though. Vikings at Chargers. Guys, get to FanDuel Sportsbook. Put in your bets. Do you like Gronks? Do you like mine? Do you want to mix them up? Let's recap. Okay, I've got Justin Herbert over 251.5 passing yards. That seems low, doesn't it? 251. That seems pretty low. Brian Flores is no joke, though. Lad over 55.5 receiving yards. That's light work. And a Justin Jefferson touchdown, please. I'll never live it down. Gronk going Justin Herbert over 1.5 touchdowns. One of those to Lad McConkey, and Justin Jefferson on the other side with 79.5 receiving yards. Short break here. We're back. Which teams are good? Which teams are bad? We will do that after the break. And by the way, take a look at this. Gronk, how was this photo shoot?
Whoa.
Have you seen that?
Whoa.
Look at that bad boy.
I'm giving out $2 million?
Yeah, out of your own personal bank account with all the money you save from not flying private. FanDuel Sportsbook has another $2 million Thursday touchdown jackpot going for this game. All you have to do is pick an anytime touchdown score, and if your choice scores the first or the last touchdown, you win a share of the $2 million pot. We'll be back after this. More Gronk on a Wednesday. Heading into week 8, I can't remember having this many teams with winning records where I'm like, are they good? Are they not good? What are they? So, Gronk, you're going to swipe and sort them out. We're calling it, I don't even know what we're calling it, the best of the rest.
Okay, let's do
That's what
it.
we're calling it. You're going to swipe left if the team is the best in the NFL among them, or right if they're...
All right, so I've never been on a dating app
Same,
before.
never.
So
We're the
this is
two
my first
worst
time
people.
I finally get to swipe left or swipe right.
That's right, Gronk.
This is fun.
Let's start with the Packers.
I feel like everyone out there that's single. This is so cool.
Single, not single, or somewhere in between. Sounds good. 4-1-1. The Packers. They are the class of the NFC North on FanDuel Sportsbook. Are they part of the best or the rest?
I would say the rest. At the beginning of the year, their wins were convincing, especially with their defense. But now, they're not really, getting by like they were. They're squeaking by now. So they're with the rest.
Are we showing footage, or should we move on now? Okay, let's move on to the Broncos. 5-2.
The Broncos, I really love their defense, what they're doing, but their offense just disappears throughout the season, disappears throughout games. I would say they got lucky last week, turning it on in the fourth quarter and scoring 33 points, which is impressive, but I'm going to swipe right with the rest until they prove that offense can play for 4 quarters every single game.
Bears 4-2. Best rest. Where do they belong?
Oh, I would say with the rest right now still, until once they can prove they can protect Caleb Williams throughout the whole year. DeAndre Swift is doing a great job. He's the most consistent player, but everyone needs to step up. You don't really believe in the Bears until they can prove it, that they can do it on a consistent basis weekly, week in and week out.
I love that. The Colts, the only 6-win team in the NFL, Gronk. Are they part of the best, or are they going to be part of the rest by the end?
All right, I would say they're part of the best. I finally get to swipe left, baby. I feel like I belong on, what is it, Tinder? Yeah, I finally get to swipe left.
Hinge?
Yes, I don't know.
Farmers Only?
There's so many different ones out there. I want to be on a doggy app. That's the app I want to be. Swipe left or right if you want a dog. Yeah, but the Colts, they're dogs.
I'm sorry.
Tell you that.
Ralphie is like,
well,
excuse me?
he needs a friend once in a while.
Excuse me?
Just a dog I can borrow.
You're just going to cheat on Ralphie?
No, I would never cheat on Ralphie.
All right.
I'm sorry, Ralphie.
Colts.
But the Colts are dogs. That's why I brought that up. They're 6-1. Like you said, they're the only team with 6 wins. What, in the NFC?
I'm worried if one bad
guess what?
thing. What?
That's why they're the best.
If they can't, they just got to. I don't know about their depth. They got to I'm look a little like. No,
they don't need it right now. They don't need it.
Daniel Jones extension deserves it. Pay the man.
You got to play out the year. No extension yet. Play out the whole year.
Play out the whole year.
Yes.
The Colts 14.5-point faves at home against the Titans Sunday.
Oh.
Love that.
Yeah, they're going to win.
14.5.
They're going to win.
Crazy.
I mean, I'm not sure if you really bet that spread, but they're going to win.
Okay, Mr. FanDuel hat. NFC West team, another one. 49ers. They're 5-2.
Yes, they are. I'm going to swipe right. They're with the rest. They got a great coaching staff, but they're depleted with injuries. That's going to hurt them in the long run. They're very well coached. I believe that's why they're winning these games. I just don't think they have enough firepower to hang with the best. Mac
Jones again this week. Niners 1.5-point underdogs. Everybody out there in Houston against the Texans. Seahawks 5-2.
Oh, I'm swiping left again. The Seahawks are one of the best.
I feel like you look like you're playing Wii or something. I also feel like we're in 2005 right now. This is hilarious.
I said at the beginning of the year, I said San Francisco week 1 needs to take advantage of the Seattle Seahawks because they don't really have an identity yet. New quarterback, new wide receiver room, all that, kind of a fresh coach. And I said, they're not there to put it together. And guess what? San Fran won that week 1, but I said the Seattle's going to be a better team in the future, and they're sure proving it. They're 5-2 right now. They're dominant. They got an offense. They got a defense. Seattle is one of the best teams in the league.
I love it. Great job, Gronk. Before you go and get on your flight, you've got some specials for National Tight Ends Day.
Yes, National Tight Ends Day coming up
Do your
this
thing.
weekend.
What do you got?
I want to shout out all the tight ends out there. I appreciate everything that you do. And a special shout out to George Kittle because I think he's the one that's responsible for National Tight Ends Day. He created the holiday. He's also one of the founders of Tight End U. So, George, have a great game. Ball out this week. No catches last week on his game back, but guess what? He still made an impact in the game, in the run game. That's why Christian McCaffrey went off for his best game of the year on the ground. Can
we look at the receiving leaders? And these are your red zone threats, right? These are the hot and juicies.
Yes.
Of the NFL.
Those are the hot and juicy. Those are true red zone threats right there,
Look at that first guy. You were all over him. How nice is that to see that he's tops here?
Tyler Warren, I called it from the very beginning. Before he even played it down in regular season, I said, Tyler Warren's going to be the real deal. He's a legit tight end. He looks like all-pro in just, preseason games. And just the way he played at Penn State, how athletic he is. Tyler Warren, shout out to you, man. You're balling and proving me right. I like that.
I love it. Gronk, you're the absolute best. Okay. Enjoy your flight. You're amazing.
Love you, tight ends. Ball out, baby.
Appreciate you.
Tucker Kraft's going to ball out.
Harrison, say bye to Gronk.
Harrison, peace out.
No, we're still on the air.
Wake up, Harrison.
We're here. We're still on the air. I don't know why we're here in the queue. Oh, he's getting walk-off music. Hammy, Gronk, I learned so many things. Hot and juicy red zone targets. Justin Jefferson not among them. I'm very much going to be watching that tomorrow. I need a gritty out of the guy. We've got Prop-A-Shot going on. As I understand it, it's also the World Series. Thank you, Gronk.
Thank you, Gronk.
Gronk just got wrung out. We just completely... the whole car wash. I love having him here in studio. Of course, great energy as always. I want to get into the World Series a little bit. What do I need to know? I know it kicks off in Toronto. I wanted to take a look at FanDuel here. Here's what's going on. Go bet on our Prop-A-Shot for tomorrow's action, kicking off Week 8, Vikings at Chargers. But if you're looking at World Series dabbling, the Dodgers, they're like very heavy favorites to go back-to-back. -220 right now. Ohtani, of course, the favorite MVP, even I know that, at +165. Vlad Guerrero Jr., second at +600. Ton of Ohtani specials, by the way, as well, over on FanDuel Sports. So here's the deal. You can take him to his 4 home runs in a game. That's what you can get. That's +2,500. Hamilton, that's right? What?
Yeah, +2,500 hit 4 home runs in any game of this World Series. That's one of the specials up there. And this is the first, what we didn't get to see from him last year in his first World Series was the pitching, which he's going to be back doing that this year. So there are a bunch of specials, like you can get him to record 8 strikeouts and 2 hits in the same game.
8 strikeouts and 2 hits for Ohtani.
Yeah.
Okay. That's a lot of fun stuff. Those are all specials, by the way. But like I said, Dodgers favorites at -220. Get there to FanDuel Sportsbook. We've got our Prop-A-Shot. I think I'm going to do well in that, of course. Big thanks to Gronk for being on the show. What else do we have going on this week?
We are going to continue to talk about that parlay, which I'm excited about for Chiefs Commanders. Hopefully we get Jaden. Yeah.
Commanders at Chiefs. I like. Yeah. Okay. Love that. What else? Do we have other guests on the show that we know of? That's what I'm asking.
I got you. We got Sean Merriman tomorrow.
Okay.
Ahead of that Chargers game.
Love
we got two NFC West guys that are having great seasons. AJ Barner from the Seahawks and Quentin Lake from the Rams are going to join us on Friday. They're on their bye weeks. They've been killing it for their team, so excited to talk to them.
Interesting. Love that. Okay, so it all kicks off tomorrow, of course. Vikings at Chargers. Guys, go get your World Series bets in. Get your NBA bets in for the Houston Rockets to rebound and do their thing. Really appreciate Gronk for making time to come in studio, and we will see you tomorrow, I guess, with a big preview of Thursday Night Football. We'll be back tomorrow. Have a good day. Oh, Harrison, what a day for you.